Panda and Lila. No. I'm not signing into my freaking goddamn Q70L model. What the hell is he talking about? 1 second. What does Wobbly do? Food. Probably lower that down to maybe like 80%. Some people's eardrums might not be ready for the bombardment of large sounds and explosive calibers. Beep beep. Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy goes slightly slower than me. So I go like 28 on him. He goes like 27. Oh yeah, that's right. It's 24.4 for him. And that's the reason why Shermans were literally just walking death boxes. They were only good for infantry fighting, while the heavy tank regiment of the United States was more better suited for combat. But the German Luftwaffe armored tank divisions. He's got the German love waffle. Oh god, they shot me. They shot me. Oh god, skank out. Get it?
Repairing.
The German falafel. Destroy the German falafels. Hey, that reminds me, there's a cartoon character called Falafel. Apple. Onion. It's always a day. Apple. Onion. Let's go away today. Beep beep. It's your yogurt. Step on it. No! Bad M18 sausage waffle. Oh, you bastard! Well, I have no idea what happened there, but I assume it was such a violent explosion and knocked out the enemy tank. Oh well. play the Kirby theme song through my head. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the star of the show. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the one, you know. I forgot how some of the lyrics went, but I just remember he's got maximum pink, pink, pink. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby. He's got the one, back at ya. Here's the one, back at ya. Give it all you got, give it all your best shot. He'll send it right back to you for sure. How can I help you? I need a monster to cloud that there Kirby. That's what we do best at MNB. It better come with a money back guarantee. Then there was some kind of, I think it was a trumpet solo or something. Was it a trumpet solo or was it a saxophone solo? I can't remember. This was back when American music decided to take over the anime industry and turn some animes into their own American variational counterparts. Which I will tell you, sometimes the American iteration of anime intros was pretty terrible. However, they didn't do too bad with Yu-Gi-Oh! It was somewhat of a stunning success. Some of the Japanese people didn't accept the idea of the American intro of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Intro. For anybody wondering, it's a part of Konami, which is now known as Bandai Konami. Don't forget to turn on your Colonel Sanders. I'll just say it like that commercial said it. I'm Colonel Sanders, and I want you to try my new Kitchen Fresh Chicken. The recipe comes a 100% beef patty human. Beep. Yeah, KFC was pretty good when I was a kid, but when I take a look at it nowadays, it's pretty shite. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty shite. Would not recommend it. You bastard! Oh, I'm going to poop on your hairdo now, dude. Hey, that's a nice hairdo for me to poop on. Really? There's a current air battle. Yeah, I summoned for an air battle, and you're gonna screw me over with somebody else getting it. You're gonna try to fuck me on somebody else getting it after I took the slot. Screw off. Sometimes. This is the highest I've ever seen a T-34 gun actually elevate. So, a little impressed and shocked at the same time.
Another zone captured. Have the advantage. Attack the B point.
Attack the B point. Eat the jelly beans. Yes, it's Wobbly's turn.
Need cover.
No goddamn cover. Man, look at that shit. And then I gotta run away from a jet? How the fuck am I gonna get the fuck away from that? Yeah, thanks for the help, turd munchers. You're supposed to be on my side? Yeah, real helpful, guys. Real helpful. Yeah, you went air for the other bomber, but you said, okay, fuck Wobbly. I got you next time. I got your Gatorade dunk right here, pal.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
about to give him his Gatorade dunk in a second.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Oh, look at that. He blew up with his own bombs. I must have gotten stupid lucky with that one. Because the one back at you. He's the one back at you. Give it a ham sandwich top. Give it a ham sandwich top. You'll eat it right back rest of the show. Munch, 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 munch. Gotta eat me a ham sandwich. Stereotype. A stereotype. A stereotype. Do-do-do. 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 Codename French fries next door.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Really? I get screwed on that return. No, fuck off. Fuck them. Fuck everybody on that team. They're not doing their goddamn job. If they don't want to do their damn job, they might as well say they want to suck off the whole enemy team. I might actually change the title to Crap Game. I should probably do that and put in remission and change it to Crap Games. Is Wobbly searching for a job? The answer is yes. Wobbly is still looking. Wobbly forgot to drink his water that he served himself. Fresh water. Does it come by? The answer is no. There is no such thing as fresh water on the earth. So how about a cup of plastic liquid instead? Yes, the earth screwed up your drinking water. Yes, the population before you in the United States still dumps plastic in water streams. Yes, 96% of the population in your city is likely throwing plastic into your water drains. So you can forget about drinking water, and you can thank the people who live around you, 96% of them, who aren't throwing their trash away properly. Because, oh, it's not my problem, it's the city's problem. Oh, I'm terminally ill, it's the next generation's problem. And people like that who dirty the earth are making it unlivable, which is why the rich people are trying to create rockets, including Elon Musk, who's trying to send humanity to the Mars. But unfortunately, it won't happen. So if you're hoping for Mars, that's not happening until the hyperspace gate is complete. And due to the nature of its design, it still isn't stable enough for human travel. The hyperspace gate, it came from an idea from Cowboy Bebop and then started becoming slowly into reality thanks to Wobbly Technologies, which is just a placeholder name. I used to have an official name as Ricardo Technological Industrial, but the domain was illegally sold off to another company. However, I paid for my domain rights names and the right to have that name. However, another company currently walks around with my company's name and has stolen it. I hope the company has terrible services and doesn't make it any worse. How did a 20 mil not break this concrete barrier? If a 50 cal could smash through it, why can't a 20 millimeter? What was I getting on about? Yeah, but I think that was about it. Oh really? The AMX-10 RC magically saw me in such perfect view that they could magically hit me from where I was at. Yeah, do you know how much crap I'm gonna call on that? I call Turbo crap. I'm talking about like movie, the movie Snail, the Snail movie, Turbo. Yeah, I'm calling it that kind of crap. I'm calling Snail Turbo crap. over there, isn't he? Let's see, it's around 1330, something like that. Now all I have to do is wait for this loser to pop out of his hiding spot. Boop boop. Yes, my stupids. Go! Swallow these high explosive squash warhead shells. Oh, you think you got me, bro? Let's see if you do. What are you gonna do now, big boy? Boop. Boink. Let's fire straight on, see if we can tap that barrel of his. No, but we found the light tank I'm looking for. Come on, guys, you're not doing your job again. These guys really are wasting my time. And look at that, I blew out his transmission and engine a second time, and nothing.
Defend the B point.
Not even so much as of actual victory.
More pressure on the enemy.
Talk about firing squash warheads for nothing. Okay, time to go. I'm not wasting my time. This is a full failure on that mission. I really don't like playing battleship-based material on here because everybody knows that nobody watches that footage. TDU, blah blah blah. What is this, arcade battles? The Army, the Fleet, Aviation, Middle Ground mode, which I barely even play. E2. I already have my entirety of the armored unit lineup that I wanted before. But even I barely play with these tanks now. I mean, if you boil it down to how much I actually play War Thunder, I barely play this. Sure, I submit footage of it, but you know how long I stay in the game? It's like less than an hour. And you know, I would try to separate about an hour of footage into maybe 15 minutes of footage, and then the rest of it kind of just gets discarded because I'd rather save the storage space for something that might be less stressful. Okay, I see nobody likes top tier anymore, so that tells me top tier is dead garbage. Otherwise, I would have already found a game. Yeah, sure, we'll go into ground realistic and we'll take whole France out for a spin. Come on, France, although most of your tanks suck because they have lacking horsepower at the lowest BRs that they're at, should at least serve some value. You know, I'll get the dollar menu tanks out. And when I say dollar menu, I really mean dollar menu. We're talking about I could probably buy one of these for less than 20 grand. Some of the things they have are acceptable, but the rest of them really aren't. Not to mention the ammunition lineup is pretty crap. Only 30 pieces of ammo for that thing.
Destroy hostile base.
In fact, I remember playing France quite a bit.
Attack the C point. Bravo.
I think it's for like 2 months. So I'm supposed to have 2 months of research progress, and I'm supposed to be past this BR I'm at. But for some reason, none of the data was transferred over, or even saved probably.
Attack the D point.
Well, it will take my, not a tank, not a tankette, and not a tank destroyer vehicle. Because this thing isn't a tank, it's not a tankette. It's a truck they converted into a tank. You can can tell that it was a truck because the transmission is still exposed right there. And the back of this vehicle is all boxed out. It's all boxed out. This was a truck before it was this.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
I still don't understand what that mushroom thing is, but I assume it's a plug that they use to clean out the internal confines of the chamber. Here, there, they use that to ram the bullet in the chamber. I just feel bad for the guy sitting in the back, because you know the reality of it is when this gun fired, that thing likely hit him in the face every time. Let's fire off a round just to show how far it goes back.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Allied forces have captured a zone.
See that? There's no way this guy was sitting there perfectly when a tank hit the gas or the brakes. This guy either lunged backward, and when they hit the brakes, this guy wasn't probably able to hold on properly. When they fired the gun on the move, he likely hit his face right with the back of that thing and probably crushed his skull open. Sort of like smashing peanuts with a hammer. Leveled over 1,600 pounds of force. Wow, that was such a low velocity bullet. This bullet barely tapped that KV-1. Come on, low poly tank. Let's go. You're extremely ultra super low horsepower. You'll get me to the other side of the battlefield by the end. I'm not going to crap on French vehicles because there are some good ones, but there aren't a lot of them. A lot of them require skills or just the knowledge of the vehicle in general, just to know how to use it. Oh, come on, bro. You got in the way of that round.
Attention to the map. Repairing.
Monsieur Sherman, I can show you some help. No? I'll help for Wobbly. Oh well.
Repairing.
I'll help from the Sherman. If I could blow him up myself, I would. That Sherman's poor behavior to me is just really reflecting on how shitty they are. There's no community. Wah wah wah. Gaijin rights. Wah wah wah. Complaining. Oh man. Well, that reminds me when that chick was complaining because I wasn't paying attention to her when she was talking to me. Talking crap to me. And I told her, 1, you're not my girlfriend. 2, we're not married. 3, I shouldn't have to listen to you. You're a complete stranger.
Thank you very much.
It was funny how she said that I didn't value her as an individual woman. And I said, it's not that you're not valuable, it's just that what you have to say doesn't matter to me because you're not married to me. So, what you're telling me is irrelevant. I told him, you're not my girlfriend. And I said, the only ones that live are going to be hearing from my girlfriend's mouth. Not as a complete stranger who thinks that I should give them a piece of my time. bark that gave. Tried to call me a sexist pig at a juice bar, and I told him 1, she's not my girlfriend. 2, I don't know who she is. And 3, I don't know why she decided to have a conversation with me about a political subject I don't have any cares about. I said I barely even care about the male-adjusted political subjects associated with sports. Yes, I don't watch the NFL. Yes, I do not watch, you know, I think they call it FIFA or the World Cup. I don't watch it. I do pay attention to some sports, but they're usually not male associated. Do I watch women's basketball? Sure. But do I know the women's names? No. I don't watch long enough to know them. It's like lightning with me. If you can't catch the lightning in a bottle right away, you know, the chances and odds of me finishing what I'm watching are like low. Says this is just in. The man that never stepped a foot outside of the big 3 proclaimed skill issue. I don't know what kind of crap shit talking is that, but goddamn, that is so weird. Well, it's a good thing I left the mic always on. Couldn't care less what people think about War Thunder. This game definitely does suck to some extent because there is no teamwork. If you've heard of the word teamwork, most people are allergic to it. What is this, the P-29? The P-39 Super Tuck-in? Toucan Sam!
I'm done.
Yeah. Caw. Caw. Weeble weep. Weeble weep. Caw. Boing, 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 boing. Meow. Cut my turkey into pieces. This is my last resort.
Need cover.
Suffocation with my sandwich. I think that's everyone. Hold on. We got a bogey down south. Ah. Didn't get to get him. Better luck next time, mate. It's like, better luck next time, truck boy. Yeah, I don't think those Hispanol 404 cannons are really going to do me any good. I mean, they probably penetrate about as deep as a sandwich. Can be bitten. Not too far. Yeah, I could have sworn that if you think about it, in the French national anthem or whatever this is playing in the background, you could swear that it's practically saying America for some reason. Which, if you really boil it down to it, there's a lot of weird things going on in America today. If you're wondering about what goes on in the United States, pay close attention. Inside of your very own country, if you're an American citizen, there are lots of people inside of this nation, including agents. When I say agents, I'm not talking about the friendly kind. I'm talking about the kind that gather up data and then sell it to the highest bidder. Yes, they are currently employed and inside of your Defense Department of the DoD. If you don't believe me, look around at how many people have been arrested over the last couple of months for information exposure and selling of said sensitive private information. This information was documented for numerous reasons, and for good reasons. I have been documenting a lot of information in the United States. This also includes what goes on in the DoD, and that happens to be one of many things that does go on in the DoD. Information is being stolen, and is being sold to the highest bidder. There are agents everywhere. How can you protect your country if your own country is failing to protect itself from within? This is called internal conflicts and confines issues. A lot of these people that were captured and arrested by local FBI and SWAT teams, which had to go raid their homes and arrest them personally, and have them either court-martialed or public execution, which in some cases it hasn't gotten that far, unfortunately. These subjected personnel are still roaming the ground and earth today. Unfortunately, all this information gathering is something that I do, and I do gather a lot of info for a living. A lot of this information is used to weed out who's the wheat and who is the chaff. I'm constantly watching, and the one thing I do watch is the DoD. And if you think I'm just watching everything, I'm not only watching that, but I'm also watching your local police departments for the same thing, as even the police have special and secret tactics that can be put out to the general public. So even the police have a federal level, including if not government level type of security as well. Some tactics cannot be known, and is to better safeguard for your protection in the event of an outside obstruction or foreign invasion, which helps expedite the emergency rescue procedures set aside for civilian rescue. I gather information so that I know how to follow procedural rules. If I see it's not going well, I'll forge my own way. Like I did before, I forged my own way to life, and I have lived outside. And I gotta say, living inside versus living outside, there's some pros and cons to it. Living outside, you always gotta look over your shoulder, but living inside, you don't really have to do too much. However, living inside can become tedious and give you what they call Stockholm Syndrome, or cabin fever for some people. It's sort of annoying living inside, but it's really annoying living outside. But one's more annoying than the other due to technical specs, where the other one's more annoying due to physical or mental apparatus reasons. Living outside, people tend to live more or less stress-free than they do living inside. When people get accustomed to living inside, they're more prone to what they call Stockholm Syndrome, or cabin fever. It's because they're inside for too long. However, for people like me who don't have a concept, because we have I guess a portion of ADHD, as the general public likes to call it, we don't have much of a concept or really any, the hucks I don't give, if you get what I mean. But the point being is, we don't have too much of a concept of the outside world, because the outside world sort of sucks anyways. I mean, the best thing you're going to get if you go outside when you're a teenager is get to kiss your girlfriend and make out for an hour or less, or at least 15 or 20 minutes. That'll be about the best thing you'll ever get outside. Going inside, hanging out with your girlfriend, you run a 30% chance at a 70% chance of actually getting a piece. And those are real numbers, people. Real numbers. You only got a 30% chance of getting laid when you're a teenager, hanging out with your girlfriend. and everything else on the table that isn't as good as getting laid is more of a 40% chance ratio. It all depends on who you're with, how much love you have for each other, and the generalized function. I suggest that you wait until marriage, but that's entirely up to you. I can't make you wait. Eventually, you're going to make a mistake, and when it happens, you just need to be ready to accept all the consequences that come with it. Which I assure you is not an easy route. It's a roller coaster. It is a really, really heavy roller coaster. And there's no motor pushing the roller coaster. You're pushing it all yourself by hand. So with that being said, let that be a life lesson for some of you out there who think, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to go, and I'm going to leave her there like that. Good luck. Yeah, that's not how it's going to fly. The parents are going to string you out, even your own parents are going to string you out from your neck and drag you all the way back there. So in today's societies, with a very sensitive subject no longer being available to the general public, you should probably consider, probably wait until you get married. And remember to stay away from drugs and alcohol if you're not old enough to consume. It's only okay when you're with family, but it stops being okay when you're not with family and you're with a complete stranger. That much I will tell you. It stops being okay when you're not with family and you're with a complete stranger. So keep that in mind. I'm telling you this to spare you about 40 to 60 minutes of boobless conversation with your parents, scolding you and probably beating you with a belt. Your parents aren't going to say, oh, look, I got grandbabies. Nope, they're going to be like, oh, great, I got to feed another mouth because my son was an idiot. Or, oh, great, I got to feed another mouth because my daughter was a moron and got knocked up. That's what they really think inside of their heads. Of course they love you, but they're going to love you a little less now. Because now they have to feed your kid while you go to school. Or they might downright make you drop out of school because you messed your own life up. And some parents are like that. They make their kids leave school altogether so that they can suffer the consequences of their actions. They don't get the choice of getting an education and going to college. They lose their education rights. They go to the courts, they tell them what happened, and the court says, okay. The court asks them, are you going to be taking care of this child? Most parents say no. That they will not be watching over the child, they will not be doing anything. It is entirely up to the parents to take care of the child, for they made the mistake to be grown-up adults and make an adult decision. And since they think they're an adult and they can make adult decisions, they will have to suffer the consequences of their actions. Which, if not, but is entirely limited to the factor that they must, quote unquote, take care of their own child. And I have had some friends whose family members were like that. I felt bad for them at first, but then I was like, well, I mean, you shouldn't have been so in love like you were telling me. And I was telling you, you know, you're going to have to pump the brakes on that. They're like, what do you know about love? You don't even have a girlfriend. And I said, I'm glad I don't. And I said, look at you now. Your mom got you kicked out of school because of what you did, and they forced you to drop out. They didn't want to take care of you or your kid. So now you got to take care of your own kid. Now you're just stuck like that. I remember telling her that, and then she just got mad, calling me a hater. And I said, I'm no hater, I'm just telling you what it is. You screwed up your own life, now live with the consequences. So you didn't stay away from them nasty, nasty boys and decided to jump on the first thing you saw. Now look at you. None of your friends are helping you out, you're all by yourself. I mean, it's fucked up that none of your friends helped you out after they said they got your back, girl, and they left your ass hanging there. They didn't even give you so much as a baby shower gift. took them 6 months to organize a baby shower, and the kid was already born. Long after that. She got her baby shower, and the kid got the baby shower when they were at the age of 1. By the time they wanted to do that baby shower, the parent didn't want to do it no more. Because they had already done everything by themselves up to that point. So they want nobody's help. It was funny. At least for me it was funny. But you know, when you try to help somebody and they don't take you serious and then now they're stuck in a problem, it tells you what kind of friends you have and how much brains they have. Sometimes some people that you're friends with don't have any brain cells in their head. You know, because all the brain cells died. So if you got a friend who, you know, is expecting and they're still in high school or junior high, well, hats off to them, mazel tov, and good luck. People say it's wrong for the society to deem them no longer feasible, which society probably should be deeming them no longer feasible because they really aren't feasible no more.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Ow. But yeah, some people try to tell me it's wrong for society to abandon them, and the truth is, society has every right to abandon them. In this world, it's either eat or be eaten. If you make the mistake, you need to accept the consequences. Sure, it spells the end of the world for people who need an education, but unfortunately, it's not like they have much of a choice either. I would say they do, but in most perspectives, they really don't. Now, for some schools, they offer daycare service, but not every school is willing to offer a program to any kid that just all of a sudden decides to have a child. So if you're one of many unlucky kids who end up in that particular situation, and you're mad because your school left you hanging, well, you should be more pissed off at yourself for letting that happen to you. Because the school shouldn't have to carry the load for you. That much I will iterate. This is like I tell some people, even though I don't work, I still have to pay taxes at the end of the year, which is ironic. Can you believe that, not having a job and still having to pay taxes? Just for a living? Anyways, every year at the end of the year, I had to have at least $1,000 saved up in order to pay $1,000 in taxes just for living and breathing on the earth. In the state of Texas. Although now the tax division is trying to rip me off, I've already filed a case against them as of last month. And that I wouldn't be paying them any money. They said I'd go to prison if I don't. However, I honestly do not care. Because if it's prison, it means free food and a free house. And then by the time I get out, I'm still going to do the same thing. Not give them a dime. So, the real question is, what did they learn? That even if you throw somebody behind bars, it's not going to scare them enough to go pay you. It's not going to scare me. I've seen far worse in this world, so nothing inside of the big house or anywhere else would really change my life. When I was younger, I got a free trip to the big house as a kid for a Scared Straight program. And well, I practically mutilated some people in there for trying to commit an illegal action on me, which pretty much triggered, I guess in this case would be more of a trigger function that involved with me, involving flashbacks or something like that. So I'd say it's more like Vietnam War flashbacks for me. And created a total blackout for about 45 seconds. When I was done, I mutilated like 3 men inside of a prison cell. All by biting them. 3 grown men. Yep, can you imagine ending up on a Scared Straight program because the school decided to forge your father's signature so that they could haul your ass off to a prison to try to make you go their way? You think that, oh, if you're a nobody, you'll end up in prison? Yeah, you could be homeless your whole life and be happy, which is ironically funny. Because I know lots of homeless people in the world. Quite a lot of them are happy being homeless versus the ones who had a job and got thrown out and everything. When you're homeless in the world, you don't really have to pay anything. Sure, you might get sick, but I literally know a 94-year-old homeless man and a 69-year-old homeless woman. And they don't really seem too, well, bent out of shape over it. Never really once heard them gripe or complain about being homeless. T-34, 57. Give him a nice boop. Boop. The monster truck rally jam. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Vroom, 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 vroom. Turkey sausage, vroom. What is this? The Tinderbolt?
Forces have captured a zone.
Wow, that was shite. That was some severe shiting.
Our victory is near.
Uh-oh. Beep beep. Ammunition detonation. Come on down to ammunition. Yeah. Come on down to the other side. Come on down to the other side. Down to the other side. Come on down to the other side. Boink. Yes, did you like that visit? Abracadabra. Boink. Alakazam. Boink. Oh really? He gets a free cheap shot and actually gets to go through the shitty armor on his armor unit. Fucking cheap ass game. Yeah man, where's that brand spanking new Hospitaliano, you freaking rip-off artists? Pumping some lead in his little cheeks, yeah. Griffin says, pick up his poop.
Keep it up. The victory will be ours.
Get Wobbly some food. Why can't we be Wobblies? Why can't we be Wobblies? Yes, as I was shooting with my 30 cal machine gun. It's not a 30 caliber. Hold on, is that guy on my side and he just tried blowing me up? Well, y'all stop saying, oh no, the goddamn Kool-Aid guy keeps smashing up the walls. Oh yeah! Come on, dude, I literally went sorted for that. The fuck you doing, game?
The gun crew is ready. Roger that. Artillery.
Swear to fucking God, trash game. Trash game. Trash, trash, trash.
On target. Attack the A point.
I'm going to beat the tar out of that Cheeto. Beat it, Tiger.
Attack
Ooh. Hey there, big guy. Boing. Boop. Wobbly's gonna take another attempt. Ham and Cheeseinator. There we go. I am the Ham and Cheeseinator. The Ham and Cheeseinator. Boing. Meow. Boing. Bing. I finally learned how to use those rockets effectively anyways. Oh, no you don't. I'll annihilate you all.
Confirming fire.
Fact or fiction? In today's episode of Fact or Fiction, we'll find out if you are fact or are you fiction. Fact, you're real, or fiction. Beep beep. Yay! Did I just get 2 for 1? Yay!
Bravo.
Looks like somebody had the beef wig. I guess they're serving beef cuts. Bad tanks. Good thing I got fire prevention equipment. This helps protect me from fires. If anything goes wrong, we always call the Wobbly Fire Department.
Attention to the map.
This reminds me, I've been talking to the Wobbly Life devs to see if they could sell me a Wobbly Life magnet. It's got the Wobbly Fire Department logo. So I was asking them if they could make me a huge magnet of some sort.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
And the only reason why I wanted it was because I wanted to have a giant Wobbly Life symbol. And then I was just going to put it on the fire truck and the fire truck. Really, dude? You're just gonna freaking powerhouse him that freaking blow on me? Screw off, game. I'm not wasting my time.
Well done.
Oh, you're just gonna give him that away too, man? You're just gonna give that away? Yeah, these tanks are good, but they also suck us to it somehow. Plus, I don't understand. Why did the Jewish put a 105 cannon on a Sherman for? Although it was practical the way that they designed it in particular, it was impractical that it only fired heat rounds. How much research do I have to go? Well, I can already buy the P40, but nobody cares about the freaking aviation tree. I would barely have enough to even buy this pile of junk. And the Magok 1 is also trash, and so is the Magok 2. The shot is alright, it's got decent everything. The Turan 4 and the 4S model are stupid. There's no difference between the 4S model and this one. The Turan is a captured T-54 model, which came from Kuwait. So these are just captured Kuwait tanks, which were painted originally in the Israeli sandish color back in the day, the sand color. And then the Turan 4S was supposed to be a revision with the 105 gun, which there really wasn't much of a difference. Not to say for ammunition wise, the turret traverse was just as garbage, since these people had no idea at the time on how to develop their own turret ring. The extended fuel tanks that were on the back of the original captured Turans, the Turan 4s or T-54s or T-55s that they captured at that time, because there was a lot of Kuwait tanks that were captured by Israeli armed forces that were making their way through the desert. But point is, these captured battle tanks, their extended fuel tanks were cut basically in two. They used to carry a ginormous, noticeable fat fuel tank so that they could make the traverse across the desert, even during training exercises. The workhorse of Israel was the M46 models, which were sent over originally. The M46 before it became the M60 patents. So the M46 was over there originally before the patents. So essentially Israel had M46 on a lend-lease, and then they ended up with the patents as they started buying them. And you can see that every one of these, Magok 6 and Magok 6A, they're all M60 patent variations. This M60 patent right here is featuring an entirely new turret for the Israeli ground force. It's still a patent, doesn't matter how you look at it. It's just a slight differences and changes in the generalized structure chassis, including the ERA elements which were on it, known as the Blazer ERA, which many people were quite fond of and talked about in the game for some time. Most people's favorite is the Blazer ERA model variations of the M60 patent model. Eventually it just ended up with the standard ERA package, explosive reactive armor, and it was very useful for variation versions of the patent model. It goes all the way up until it reaches the Galbatash, which is the final iteration of the armored unit itself. Galbatash was the final lineup. This Galbatash is actually armored up with the Mexus Armor Upgrade Kit, which is modular expansive armor. Everything you see here, it says composite screening and everything, ERA and all this stuff. All this stuff is a part of the Mexus Armor Upgrade Kit, including this. And this right here, all the way to the back on this M60, featuring the more recent, newer turret with the upgrade and everything. All of this is all composite screening, including metal plates and composite screening combos with ERA. So, in perspective, the Galbatash is the Mexus Armor Upgrade Kit version of the M60 patent, ranging all the way back from the M60A series, known as the 6A model variation, because that's what it's based off of, the M60 6A model, known as the Magok 6A model. and Galbatash is its final iteration. They took the turret off, and they decided to take the upgrade from these models. So, Galbatash is the Mexus armor upgrade of the 6 and 6A models. Look at that, the massive searchlight. And this is another one right here. This one right here is not made by the Mexus company. This is an armor upgrade kit as well, so it was to expand the life of service of the vehicle itself as a whole. This one right here isn't featuring Mexus armor. This one's featuring an entirely different company's expansive armor upgrade kit that was designed to give it more life and better service life, which also includes minor and a few tweaks to the engine room, an adjustment of inventory. So if you're wondering how this one came to be, well, this one's also featuring a Mexus armor type upgrade, but it's not from the company that makes the Mexus armor upgrade. It was superseded by a different type of armor upgrade system, which featured a more solid composite block system that would be welded to the chassis and could be easily removed in some areas to replace the composite screen blocks. So in some cases they would pop off if you needed it be, but you needed a tool to remove them. Now, for anyone wondering about the Makurvas, or the Makurva models and stuff like that, like they stopped needing outside tank usage and stuff like that, and stopped needing these armored units when they manufactured the Makurva Mark 1s all the way up to their final iteration of the Makurva. And the reason why is because this little vehicle right here became their main battle tank. However, their Lend-Lease vehicles and then the ones that they bought ended up with lots of upgrade kits over the last 60 years or so. I think it's been like 60 years. And this final iteration of the Makurva is still used in service today. It has high survivability, good mobility, still lacks in a reverse gear, because I know that if this thing gets hit hard enough, the transmission will falter. These little things, Macbeth, still in use over there. Israel claims to have a newer air defense system, which they call something similar to like the Great Wall or something like that. But I forgot the actual name of it. But it would be like the missile equivalent of the Great Wall of China. But they still use Macbeth as a portable man-pad system on the go. Can still be very viable for combat use. A lot of these tanks you see in War Thunder are still seeing service and still seeing some action. Some of them are even being on Lend-Lease from Israel to other countries. For anyone wondering about the localized war that happened over the last span of the last 2 or 3 years or so, it all starts with a lot of things involving country functions and generalized systematic problems, along with one nation trying to level the other one's economy. Right now in the United States, the economy is beginning to plateau while it plummets. So if you're hoping for the economy to recover in the United States, the economy is still technically plummeting. And the further it plummets, the more they have to inflate the prices of the US dollar in order to stretch that dollar. So if you're hoping for the United States to still be plentiful and full of money, it still will be plentiful and full of money. But if the economy keeps going further and further down, that $1 bill will be equivalent to 60 Mexican pesos. So, good luck. I know I live in this country, but I know how to forage for food and how to create my own food and grow it. So I really have no problem growing my own vegetables. I have a 1/4 mile long garden that grows in the wild, so I really don't need to worry about fruits and vegetables. And the wildlife help maintain it. And they can have a bite to eat as well if they want to, but I make sure that a lot of the fruits and vegetables stay good and in good health. Now, there are some deers out there that do maintain the garden, that live out there in that 1/4 mile stretch. them nothing but fruits and veggies. And they are fully aware that they can partake of the fruit, but they must eat it entirely
Allied forces have
and
captured
consume
a
no
zone.
more than a certain amount. So they're fully aware of how much they can take. Tomorrow, I'll be going to my quarter-mile long garden, and I'll be checking it out. Again. For the 6th time.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
In 3 days. You can check it out twice a day.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Well, they know I'm here.
Destroy the target. Yes.
Oh, he's waiting for me. I know he is.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Thank you.
I wasn't that stupid. I knew he was going to turn towards me, so I knew he was waiting for me. Thank you.
Attack the C point. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
That was good work right there.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
There's an AMX-13 sitting over there at the edge of the forest.
Attack the enemy.
Gotta get out of the crosshairs of that vehicle. Could've sworn I heard another armor unit.
Thank you very much.
I turn off my tank, nobody will know I'm here until they have me in full sight.
Designated grid zone. Attention to the map.
Well, I haven't run any stream for like a minute now or so. Still no comment section
Our
activity.
solo effort and victory will be
But I'm
ours.
not sure if somebody's really enjoying the content or enjoying it. It's kind of hard to tell nowadays who really enjoys Wobbly's content. It's also really hard to aim these rockets. Team rockets, rockets, bucket trouble, bucket trouble, bucket trouble, bucket trouble all around the world. Okay,
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
Cheetos!
Attention to the map.
Cheetos tank.
Thank you.
So you decided to slow down his travel. The JPZ-45. Don't be scared of the armored vehicle. It's so paper thin that you can go right through it with ease. So if you're terrified of that vehicle, don't be. It's paper thin. Ooh. bad Tiger eggs. Boing. Looks like I missed him.
Grid zone.
Let's keep the pressure on. Retreat is close.
Looks like I couldn't get unless they're on Paperboy 251.
Attention to the map.
Get it?
Allied forces
Phew.
have captured the zone.
Just vomit inside of that tank. Whoa, man, you guys better handle that biz.
Attack him.
What do I look like to you? A comedy show?
We need artillery support. Artillery is ready. Roger that. Fire.
Boop. Well, I better have this pile of junk repaired before he has a chance to strike back, because then it's going to be the Empire Strikes Back on me. That usually doesn't end well.
Defend the A point. Attention to the designated grid zone.
Yes.
Boing. Oh, I'm coming for you, 251. Don't you worry about that. I got Fred Jones on lock. Oh, he's already dead. Pop, pop, put some in the crib.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Attention to the map. Destroy the target.
Alright, man, I need you to watch over the battlefield. I'm gonna go to the air.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Boing. Boing. Steer right.
Well done.
Bro. Wow, I gained like 2,000 research points. I feel so intelligent. Said nobody. Hullabaloo. The 63-mile-an-hour armored car, the AML-90, borrowed from Great Britain, engineered by Africa. The AML-90, originally engineered by Africa, and then later given and sold the entire idea to the British to create a light armored reconnaissance vehicle that was capable of engaging heavy armor and a hasty retreat. Too bad the transmission sucked. Should have did a straight drive shaft right from the engine, but instead they did it this way. I'm not sure if the vehicle was all-wheel drive or was it front-wheel drive, and that's what made it so terrible. By the way, I'll tell you, most of these rented M60 battle tanks you'll get your hands on are really terrible. Like, I've had this one in the Chinese tech tree, and it costs like close to 9 grand. And that's when it gets blown up. So it's pretty expensive to have it. By the way, there's a current thing going on right now, if you don't know. There's discounts available right now. Right off of the Gaijin Marketplace store. So if you go to the Gaijin store, not the marketplace, sorry about that, you can get this little Wobbly vehicle for 30 American dollars. Or in whatever country's money you have. You can get this for 30 USD if you're a part of the United States. So for 30 American dollars you can get this, the ZTZ96A prototype. It is available and it's on sale for $30. The Z19 is currently going for 25 US dollars, which will roughly translate into a different price in whatever country's currency you have, or your country uses. You get the Blue Arrow missiles, and you get numerous other things, including its FS-70 rockets, which are a copycat Hydra 70 rockets, which don't hold as much firepower. If you know China, they use the Z9Ws for troop transports with their Marine Corps. So the Chinese Marines are different. A lot of these armored units you'll still see being paraded around for anyone who doesn't know. So you'll see a lot of these armored units being paraded around, except for their WZ305. More units on discounts is the Type 16. I believe it's going for $30. And if you go over to their aviation side, right now you can pick up the Mitsubishi T2 package for $30. So if you're wondering, it is currently 30 USD. You can pick up this beautiful little vehicle for 30 USD. And the Mitsubishi T2 travels approximately past Mach 1, so you'll be going Mach 1.5. You get the Far Mighty Mouse with a total of 76 on board Zuni Mark 32s. You also get a payload of 6 500 kilograms or 500 pounder bombs, and you get the Mark 82s, and you get the JM 117 Cone 45 bomb, which I believe stands for JDAM. JDAM munition. If I'm not mistaken, the JDAM is very powerful. So, yeah. But I need to see which one of these, because there's also the Mitsubishi F1, which many players like to use. The F1 has an assortment of arrays of weaponry, including Mark 82 bombs, on a pretty good payload. Max speed of 1043, I'm pretty sure it's faster than that with all the parts attached to it. This is the Mitsubishi T2 prototype, and this is the prototype version of the T2. It was in black and orange. So this is the prototype, which is available to all players. That's its payload. And then you have your premium T2, which they call it the early, but this one right here isn't the actual prototype. This is the early first production model of the original T2. The T2 prototype is actually here. This would be the prototype, and this right here would be the production model of the Mitsubishi T2. Then you have the Mitsubishi F1, a later variation, single pilot configuration, rapid response fighter. Then you have the F-16AJ. Now this vehicle right here was supposed to be sold to Japan, but Japan didn't accept it. Instead of taking the F-16s, the Japanese settled for the T2s, which are like the smaller version of the F-16s. For anyone who doesn't know what a T2 is, a T2 jet would be sort of like these. Like the Mitsubishis. Japan also settled for the F4 models, and they've had them running in service for a very long time, until they were replaced with much more variational abroad models that were more reliable, for anyone who's wondering. By the way, if you want to buy this thing, I'm going to tell you this now. Because of the recent updates, this vehicle's missile guidance is completely unreliable. If somebody's pointing their tank at you and it has infrared interference and it interferes with missile guidance and everything, even if they're looking your direction, the missile might not even hit its intended target. Just at the fact that it's pointed your direction, it's interfering with radar lock and interfering with missile guidance on manual. So, you know, good luck hitting anything, because I learned that by literally playing with it, and this was like in the middle of an arcade game, and I was playing with somebody who apparently was, I guess I used to run with inside of the game and play, but I guess we stopped being friends at some point. But, you know, they were telling me something about how I was playing. They said I was playing like trash, and I said, yeah, I wouldn't be playing like trash if the game wasn't all bugged out. He's like, what do you mean it's bugged out? And I said, it's already in the ticket, and it's already in the dev tickets, that missile guidance is being interfered with, even if it's not aimed directly at a ground target. So if you got like an infrared guidance interference device that's used to interfere with infrared guidance or laser guided munition, that munition will never hit its intended aerial target as long as you're pointed straight at that armored vehicle. It'll continue to interfere with its guidance, so it'll make it harder for the armored unit to actually hit its intended target, incoming via jet, helicopter, etc. So it makes the guidance very unreliable. And even if you're through a mountain or you're sitting on the other side of a wall, that's another thing. It seems to go through that wall and still interfere with guidance, because I remember getting the message numerous times when firing rockets. It says, blah blah blah, you can't lock onto this target, or you can't stare at this target and hit it successfully, which I forgot what it says specifically, but let's go ahead and do that, and I'm going to point it at one of these tanks that are in the game in the test drive function. And when I fire the rocket straight at it, you're going to see it's going to say I can't hit it due to infrared guidance or interfering. That's interesting. It's not supposed to hit. That is what I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, that is it. Because that over there... Yeah, that is what I think it is. That tank way over there. Yeah, that is the freaking, the A2, if I'm not mistaken. It's the one that gets with the shovel. But I know that that little device on top doesn't interfere with it. Maybe the bugs are already ironed out. There's only one way to find out, and that's to point this at it. Okay, let's take a look. Make sure my eyes can see. Oh, it's fully operational. What if I point it right here? What are the odds of it actually hitting? Yeah, I don't get it. It's working with anti-tank guided munitions, so I guess they ironed it out in the last patch. Well, that's satisfying to know that it's been ironed out. But I'm going to tell you, man, that stuff really did rub me the wrong way whenever it came to firing missiles off of the ground and trying to hit aircraft with it. That IRCM device would always mess with the guidance. And I couldn't understand why that was happening. I know some helicopters have infrared countermeasure systems that are built on board to interfere with, you know, ground-based self-propelled artilleries and rocket battery systems with lock-on features and stuff like that. I know some of them are designed to interfere with it altogether. But what trips me out is that sometimes it's just weirder than you think. Although I honestly really don't like playing this game too much and I can't understand why I keep playing it. It's probably got a lot to do with being a completionist or being completely addicted to the game. Or it could just be a major factor that I invested money in it, I might as well just play it. Because I already invested some odd amount of dollars in it. And it would be completely stupid for me to walk away from it. Considering I do have purchased content in the game, and some of it actually I don't even use. Like the Mi-24D got phased out pretty early in the game, and eventually was the most useless helicopter in the lineup that I had. And then when the implementation of helicopter PvP battles, the Mi-24D would get put up against the AH-1 Zulu. So there was no victory there. Not only did the Zulu have Hellfire missiles and the ability to lock onto my ass from miles away, they could just sit at their spawn and snipe me from far away. And then they thought they would level and balance out the playing field by putting the Mi-24D in the lineup with a bunch of KA-50s and 52 models. And that still didn't balance the game. So in perspective, if you're hoping that helicopter-based matches would be balanced, here's a reality check for you. They're not. They're actually pretty bad. It's a good thing they removed the PvP helicopters thing, because you probably wouldn't have seen a single Silver Lion. Because you would have lost 95%, if not the entire amount you earned, by being shot down by the opposing enemy team. Because the amount of times the aircraft has to be repaired versus the amount you're making. So it was very unrewarding. Ooh. Well, you lost your beef wig, bro. Boing. Satisfied that little artillery cannon was fat enough to block an entirety of their damage. So thank you, tiny little tank destroyer, for doing your job.
The artillery is on the position. Roger that. Fire.
Wait.
Roger that. Artillery. Fire.
Meet, meet. Meet, meet.
Somebody cover me! Attention to the designated grid square!
It's your turn to get zapped. Oh god. Oh really, bro? Come on, STA-1, you have a faster reload than me. These boys didn't have jack crap on you and you let that happen. Now you're gonna get slapped around.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
Well, look at that, he's right there. Daddy, do you think Mr. Krabs does karate? What came first, the egg or the chicken? If I have 3 ham sandwiches and one of them is going 30 miles an hour, how fast is the second sandwich? you really did your job right there. So you really did your job, Duke Devlin.
Let's go. Our sector
Yeah,
is
way to
under
go,
attack.
Joey Wheeler. Yeah, Hughes, I'm gonna be the best stereotype of all time. Una carta con un dragón blanco, con ojos azul. Oh, get him, ass. Boop, boop, boop.
If we don't do
Boop,
something
boop, boop.
fast, the enemy will win.
Bad airplane. Looks like he took you out, boyo. You call that your friend? You call these bagels?
Attack the B point.
Bagel, 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 bagel. Beep. Yeah, no problem. I doubt these brain dead players are gonna move all the dead corpses out of the way. Come on, bro. You're in a damn IS-1. Fucking pay attention to your surroundings, you moron. God damn, man. You're talking about completely swerving blindly like they're stupid. Jesus Christ. Swear to God. That was trash. Fucking trash boy. Let's go play with Sweden. I come from Sweden. Get it? It's just like that, it's how. Yes, if you're interested in Danish cookies, some people describe Danish cookies as sad things. It's probably because sometimes Danish cookies that get imported to America get imported by the time they're stale. That's literally no joke. I've had Danish cookies before and they were pretty stale versus whenever somebody actually went all the way out there and came back with them fresh for the first day of school. And there was a massive difference. So if you see Danish cookies inside your local grocery store, you probably shouldn't buy them because odds are they're stale.
Attack the A point.
They forgot the cookies were probably in the back, forgot to stock the Danish cookies, and then they just ended up going stale in the back of the store. So there's a big difference between cookies that are pretty good versus cookies that aren't. Wondering where all my facts are coming from? They're coming from literal experience. I like Danish cookies. They're really good when they're fresh, but some people like to talk crap about them, but whenever they buy them, they're usually stale because they sat in the back of the supermarket storage area in America. In the United States, sometimes, well, capture the zone. No! Bad tank. On my lob. Well. Time to get my tank with the extra machine guns that don't work. But they look like they do, so sometimes people get scared because they don't know the vehicle. Oh man, can you imagine that huge machine gun sitting in the back of this vehicle? That's a 12.7 belt-fed machine gun. It's a decoration. I remember somebody said that, you know, that machine gun in the back doesn't work. And I'm like, no. If you know anything about this vehicle, you know that machine gun isn't even real.
Enemy forces have captured the zone. Targets. Attention to the map.
He's opening the secret compartments. Look at those conformists. Just dancing. You know, I've actually wanted to buy one of these and live inside of it. I'm not sure how big it is, so, you know, I'm sure there will be some reason to live in it. Die! Die, Evan, die!
We are losing.
Meow. My space helmet helps me look around corners because there's really a head in there. He's just used to more troops on the battlefield, the longer the survival ratio will be. The greater the odds. Ooh. How'd I get that? Hold on. I got a free gun. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Do. That's UBT. Yay! Now I'll convince them that there's a machine gun mounted on the top of this thing. And how to mount the most obnoxious one that I can think of. And now people will officially think this thing has a machine gun mounted onto it, along with a machine gun on top. They'll think there's two machine guns. Just as an added logo. There. Pure inspiration. And just right over here. Boop. And a tiny fly daily out. Fries daily here. Oh, hold on, I need to add another ridiculous machine gun to this thing. I have plenty of helmets. I got 2 gas masks sitting, I think, on the back. Or are they on the side? I can't remember. I got a helmet on top of there. Oh yeah, they're sitting on the little pontoons. So that way people can grab the little gas masks. So we're gonna replace this one with another believable one. Boop. And there we go. More wobbly thunder. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Also, I'm having issues with my joint, particularly there's likely a pinched nerve between my elbow or something. Either that or I overexerted myself again. I'm completely exhausted and I don't realize it because I'm too dumb to realize it. Sometimes I overexhaust myself a little too much with everything that I do, which also includes my morning workout. I have 100 push-ups, 100 crunches, 100 squats, 100 of everything. And if I can't make 100, I'll make 200. And if I can't make 200, I'll make 400. And if I can't make 400, I'll make 800. I will do it until I die.
Attention to the map.
I can't afford it. Come on, dude. You guys literally were beating the crap out of this guy like Mike Tyson beating up a freaking small person. No way this loser had enough time to prime his tacos to shoot him at me.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
Mi mano favera. Me vas a pagar, señor Kennedy. Adios, Leon. Pew, 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 pew. I think the same rule applies that if you shoot Luis Sierra numerous times. Adios, amigo. Seriously, dude, there shouldn't be any reason this tank is twitching like it has steroids pumping through its brain cells. Really, bro? What the hell am I hitting? Because I'm clearly not hitting the damn rock. Let me look. I want to die. Boing. Really, dude? You're going to undershot. Take him down. Vroom, vroom. Wobbly tank. No way. Boing. Bad human. Bad. Moving out.
Attack the C point. Attack the D point.
Oh, cool. I created enough damage on that turkey to actually put him down for a minute.
Attack the D point. Attack hostile troops.
My name is Bill. My name is Bill. And I'm over here sitting on top of Capitol Hill. You remember him? Yes, ride on Miss Frizzle's magic school bus. Ride on the magic cool bus. Beep beep. Explosions. Ride on the magic scrote bus. Beep 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 beep.
And victory will surely be ours. Attention to the map.
Oh, contestant loses. Do 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 do. Here we go.
Roger that. Fire.
I'm tired. Oh, got him. Beep beep. For anybody wondering about Denmark or Danish cookies, I happen to like them. However, unfortunately, the Danish aren't really bad people either. But in the United States, they really treat their cookies and sweets that they send over poorly.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Well done for you. Come on, let Wobbly win. Wobbly have his D-Day victory. Come on, man. You're kryptonite. 'Cause you're kryptonite. We don't walk anymore. We don't walk anymore. We don't walk anymore like we used to do. We don't walk anymore. What was all of it for? We don't walk anymore like we used to do. Woof, 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 woof. Bark, 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 bark. We don't walk anymore. Cromwell, huh? What's your major, Cromwell? Well, Major, I was involved with the modern gear program. Bad tank! Bad tank! Screw you! Goddamn interfering with that crap. Screw you, War Thunder. Today we're playing a nice, fat, unhealthy game of Crap Thunder. And by Crap Thunder, I mean 7 Days to Die. Hold on. I have to end the stupid stream first. I said I have to